You guys asked for it and I'm creating it. Guys, in this video, I'm gonna be creating a custom loot pool from scratch using custom chests. So you get that wonderful, wonderful chest noise as you approach them, which we love, right? We don't wanna not be able to hear these chests as we're looking for loot. So guys, I'm gonna show you how to grab a chest with custom loot as you see right there. And I'm gonna show you how to do everything from scratch. So here we go, let's get started. Guys, make sure to hit that like button. And if you think I'm doing a good job, hit the subscribe button. You can always unsubscribe later. Let's get into the video. One thing I wanna show you before we get started is once you've created your custom loot pool, it doesn't matter how many chests you put down. Those chests will completely be changeable by the 4 other devices we're gonna be using, which means you don't have to go back and erase chests later on. But if you notice, I just put 4 down and each of them are giving me random loot. So once you set this up, you can just start spawning chests all over your map and it's gonna work perfectly. So I just wanna give you that peace of mind. All right, I want you to head over to devices and grab the tracker device. We're gonna go ahead and place that tracker device down. And what I want you to do is once you place it down, we're gonna go through the settings that you need to set up to make sure this works perfectly. So I already went through all of these, but anything with an asterisk on the left, I changed. So stat to track, chest open, target value 1. So you're gonna wanna make sure that's set to 1, but everything here that you're seeing, no changes are here because you can see there's no asterisk off to the left. So we can skip all of this and then show on HUD is no. You don't want it showing on the HUD, guys, because you don't want them to see what you're tracking. Show progress, no. We don't want to show any kind of progress or ceremony at the end of winning, right? Because we're not using the tracker in a traditional sense. Player eliminations count, no. We don't want to have to track or screw up any other trackers. Assign when receiving from, we're going to change that to channel 1 because that's the channel I have free. So you want to make sure that these 3 things are changed to an open channel. Reset progress when receiving from channel 1. So they're all going to be set to the same channel. And when complete, transmit on channel 1. So what is this doing? All 3 of these are talking to each other. So what are we doing here? We're assigning the loot to you. We're resetting the progress so that every time you use the tracker, it resets itself back to 1. So you can keep using it over and over again. So your custom loot pool treats each chest as 1 item. I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and go through this a little bit more and start making our spawners. So in the devices tab, you're gonna go ahead and grab an item granter. You're gonna grab that item granter and put down 3 of them. So once you have all 3 down, we're gonna go ahead and start putting the stuff that we want into those item granters so we can get the cool loot that we want before we do anything else. So this is the fun part, guys. We get to go to the item granter, the first one here, go to weapons. You get to choose every weapon you want in your map. It could be a BR map, a gun game, whatever. But you get to choose every single rarity and weapon, all right? So you can choose legendary. You can choose, now here's what I would suggest doing if you're trying to make a good custom loot pool. If you're gonna use mythic and legendary, put maybe 1 or 2 of each, but you want the most of the worst color at the bottom, if that makes sense, because then the rarity of getting a better gun is harder. So you're gonna want more uncommon weapons and more common weapons than you're gonna want legendary weapons. Otherwise, your game's gonna be busted and everyone's gonna get good loot right away. Maybe that's the game mode though. So, you know, it depends on your map, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Now, in this one, guys, we're gonna go ahead and put consumables in. So go through your consumables for the second, item granter and choose what you want in there. Maybe chug splashes. If you want 3 shield potions, you have to click it 3 times. That way the person gets a quantity of 3. Put in what you want. Put a med kit in. Put in any kind of consumables. It doesn't even have to be health. Maybe you want to put in something else, right? You could put in like a shockwave grenade or something like that, but put in any kind of consumables into this slot. And finally, for the third item granter, we're gonna go ahead and put 30 wood, 30 brick, and 30 metal in there. And the reason we're doing that, well, traditionally when you open a chest, you get 30 brick, or you get 30 wood, or you get 30 metal, right? So this is gonna choose one of the 3 every time. It's gonna be random every time. And I'm gonna show you those settings in just a moment. But right now we're doing the fun part. Just go ahead and put those 3 different variations in. All right, we're gonna go over the settings for the item granter. This is gonna apply to the first 2, the one with the guns in it and the one with the consumables. So guys, anything with an asterisk I've already changed, you're gonna change it. So on grant action, keep all. So that's the one thing you're gonna change there. On grant action, keep all. Otherwise, everything else pretty much remains the same on this menu. Cycle behavior, wrap. So that is just saying, hey, once you've gone through the cycle, keep wrapping through it. Don't give up. Cycled a random item when receiving from channel, and we're going to choose 1 here, right? I just had 500 because that's how it is on my current map, but change it to 1 because that's how it is set up on this map. So we have it set to channel 1, which is great. So we're going to do that exact same setup for our consumables as well. So this is a great refresher course if you need it, but basically it's the same exact thing, okay? So we're going through on grant action is keep all, cycle behaviors wrap, and then once again, cycle to random, we're going to change to channel 1. Now for the wood, metal, and brick, it's a little different. So let's go through those now. All right, so on this one, I chose equip item to 4th item. Okay, so grant actions keep all, equip granted item to 4th item. You could use any item slot, just choose a slot that forces it into their inventory rather than dropping it on the ground. So when they open a chest, it will force it in their inventory. Obviously, wood doesn't go into an item slot, so that 4th item just kind of forces it to equipped. I just chose 4th, but you can choose anything there. Give extra ammo? No, right? I don't want my wood, brick, and metal to give ammo. Cycle behavior should still be on wrap. So those are the big changes, guys. Otherwise, you know, just the same one here is cycle to random when hitting channel 1. Guys, that is it for these elements. Now we have to go ahead and create the chest to make this all work. Now, if you're lucky like me, I got a hold of a chest that has nothing in it, and that's because it used to have something that's no longer in the game. I think my chest has a mech in it. Obviously, mechs are not in the game, so when you open the chest that I have, nothing comes out. That's fortunate. Unfortunately, you may not have access to that. So choose something like 1 rocket. You know, put 1 rocket into a chest, a custom chest, just to create it. If you've never created a chest before, let's go through that one more time just so you see it. So kind of an instant replay here, but basically, guys, you're going to go ahead and choose that consumable of the rocket. And then once you've chosen that consumable, you'll see at the very bottom there, it says add to chest, hit X, or you're going to hit the corresponding controller button. So I'll hit X. And what that does is it makes it appear in the chest tab, then hit A to create chest. So that's how I did that. And guys, that's pretty much it. Now that we've placed the chest down, we've created all of our item granters, and we created the tracker. When we start the game, we should have a custom loot pool, which is amazing. And what's great about this is if you ever want to update your custom loot pool, all you have to do is replace the item granters. So just create a new weapons item granter or a new consumables item granter, and you have yourself a fully custom loot pool. Guys, very simple to do. Hopefully this helped. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you like the videos you see, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for your continued support, and I hope you all have a great holiday. Take care.